So, here's what leads me to this video. And don't look at that. I'm putting wires in here. That's next. But here is what happened, or what I needed to do. The ABS has an electric motor in it, and the lines can dry out because when I blew a line, it completely emptied the system. The little disclaimer is, if you are just changing brakes, it's a 90% chance you don't have to do this. 99, I would say. It's just the fact that the pump went dry because it drained all out in the parking lot while I was getting parts. So a lot of people might not need this video, but I figured I'd put it out there because it fixed everything I needed. Here's the deal. Autel is on Amazon, and I'm not getting supported by anybody, just like I've said on this channel from the very beginning. No support, bought it on my own. This is a fancy, to me, fancy OBD2 reader. But it can do one feature that my OBD2 that I have on my other video can't do. So it's got a disc, you can learn all about it, I guess, I don't know. Power cord, because you can mess with settings on this without being hooked to your car. You can be in your house, plug this in, and you can play with the settings on this and then come out and use them later. Anyway, here's the cord. I'm going to have to pause for some of this stuff because I didn't bring my tripod. But there's the OBD2, and then if you have Super Duty, you're familiar. But just in case you don't have one, I'll show you. And where is it? I need a flashlight. There we go. You're going to plug this in. There we go. There we go. Looks good. Alright, plug that in. It's a really bad idea to not bring my tripod. Throw that box out of your way. This tool, I guess you'd call it, it's a diagnostic tool. I would never have bought it if it wasn't for me having issues. It doesn't do much more than my other scanner does that's on my cell phone. And it just uses a cheap little transmitter that I see O'Reilly's and Napa and AutoZone, all that want. Like $50, $60 for the little part that goes into your truck. And don't do that. I bought mine from Amazon or maybe eBay, I'm not sure. Came from China, Korea, whatever, but it was $5. So, but that can't do what's called two-way communication, where it can send stuff back to the vehicle. It can only read. This thing can do two-way. So if you don't have any issues hardcore with your brakes like this video is representing, then don't go out and buy this. Anyway, there's that. As soon as you plug it in, it turns your vehicle on, or it turns the screen on, I'm sorry, even with your vehicle off. Then you got to go to key on, engine off position, which is right there when all your lights and gauges come on. And then snow the product. Anyway, now that's key on, engine off. Now you go to ABS SRS, whatever that stands for. And then we're in the US of A. Working on a Ford. And I always do start new session. I don't know anything about vehicle selection. I haven't played with this a lot, so if you have, then feel free to comment and tell me. And you just look at it, it's saying, is that correct? Is that the vehicle you're plugged into? Which is yes. So it's these three buttons will be the action buttons, they call them. So whatever action's above it. Alright, so we're going to press yes. VIN number 2, yes. And then you can go to vehicle information. I always just go to control unit, press OK for that. Alright, and then ABS control traction. And then I want to go down to active test because I don't have any codes. Those are just on because the truck's not on. So I'm going to go to active test. I think I went to the wrong one. Oh, special functions, that's what I want. Alright, ABS bleed system. This is what I needed, and this is the only reason I bought this maxi check. A shop wanted an hour or 2 hours of their labor because they couldn't just do this function and then give it back. They had to confirm that the brakes were correct. And I think this unit cost slightly less than what they were quoting, and I'll be able to use this from now on. So I went with that option. So you're going to press OK. And it'll say just make sure that you're flat and you did all the safety precautions. So now I got to press the brake pedal and press it hard. Now I press OK, and it will do all kinds of really weird funky stuff in my foot. I'll show you that too. So I'll do this twice where it stays on this, and then I'll do a second where you can see my foot. And then I 6'2", but I still slide the seat up because it puts the pedal all the way to the floor, so you got to have a lot of leg room. Alright, function is complete. And then the pedal returns. So I'm going to show you the foot now. Okay, here we go. Alright, and now that's done. Now after you do the bleed of the ABS system, you would do an actual standard normal bleed, whatever you want to call it, because you push the air bubbles out of the ABS and put them in your lines. So just to show you, there's no actual codes. See, no fault codes detected. Alright, so that's the review for this. Not really a review. Partially a review. Mainly just a video showing where I got stumped at, which was the never knowing to use electronics to bleed brakes. So hopefully you found this video helpful in some way. And if you get a chance, it helps the channel for you to like, comment, subscribe like everyone says. And leave a comment on an issue that you've had with your vehicle, or if you've done this procedure, let me know. Leave it down in the comments. As always, this is Zachary with Backyard DIY, helping you work on your own stuff. Thanks for watching.